News on a situation that could impact thousands of students in the capital city. With just hours to go, a deal to avoid a potential school bus driver strike has still not been reached. Negotiations are happening right now as public safety officials work to finalize plans to keep students safe if there is a strike. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado has the important information from parents from the Providence Mobile Newsroom. Steph?
Mike, at this hour, we still do not know if Providence school students will have a ride to school tomorrow morning. So the city is certainly operating under the assumption and planning for the strong possibility that the bus drivers will be on strike tomorrow. Now, remember, this is a private company, First Student, in a dispute with its bus drivers union, the Teamsters Local 251, about retirement benefits. Now, we were just briefed by the Providence Public Safety Commissioner, the police chief, and the superintendent of Providence schools about their plans to keep kids safe tomorrow in the event of this strike. Providence police say they'll have extra police officers working tomorrow, both stationed at the schools and patrolling around, checking to make sure kids aren't abandoned at bus stops. Their main message from the city is for parents to plan now for alternative transportation to school in the morning and for pickup. If you are having someone else pick up your kids in the afternoon, you need to tell that to the school or they won't be released. Middle school students will only be allowed to leave on their own and walk home if parents sign a waiver allowing them to do so. Now, as we've reported, the city contracts with First Student to transport 9,000 children to school, and the superintendent said today they just could not find any other fleet that could fill in and handle that capacity.
It's a terrible situation to be in. It's not one that I think families want to be in, and it's not a situation that we would like to be in. But we exhausted every option. We talked to RIPTA. People have said, "Hey, you should call Johnson & Wales. You should call RIPTA. You should call all these other places." The other issue that's a possibility is if we did have 150 buses lying around that we didn't, that there'd be picketing at those buses as well. So the issue is we need these two parties to come together. We understand there's conversations happening right now because having our children in the middle of this is not something that anybody wants to see.
And so First Student and the Teamsters are in a negotiating meeting right now in Warwick. Mayor Jorge Alorza is also there. We will let you know as soon as that meeting ends and we know if the strike is on or if it has been averted. Now, coming up new at 6, we're speaking to parents who are concerned about how they're going to get their kids to school tomorrow. Live in Providence, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
First tonight at 6, developing news. We have new information just coming in on the talks between Providence school bus drivers and the bus company. And
city officials are making plans if drivers do go on strike tomorrow. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado talked to some parents who say it will be especially difficult for them if drivers strike. She joins us now live from the Providence Mobile Newsroom. Steph?
Mike and Caroline, we do have breaking news. The union tells my colleague Sheena Loshiro that the strike is on for tomorrow morning. She was waiting outside a negotiating session between the bus drivers union and the company First Student, and the union spokesperson just came outside and told her that no progress was made in that negotiating session. So that does mean that the bus drivers will be out on strike on Thursday morning. Now, Providence police have been preparing for this so that students will be safe as they walk or get to school in various different ways. Unfortunately, the city says they were unable to find alternate transportation for students.
We also don't have a wheelchair van.
C.T. Young and Randy Lutz are parents to 12-year-old Jeremy, who takes the handicap-accessible school bus to Nathaniel Green Middle School. The parents are deciding what to do if the bus drivers go on strike on Thursday.
If this happens and I do take the bus, I'm taking 2 buses with my 2 kids, one is 3, and Jeremy, who's in the wheelchair, and I'd pretty much be hanging out in Kennedy Plaza all day.
The dispute is between private bus company First Student and the Teamsters Local 251. They are threatening to go on strike over their retirement benefits. The city of Providence says they haven't been able to find alternate transportation for 9,000 students and are urging parents to plan for how to get their kids to and from school.
It's a terrible situation to be in. It's not one that I think families want to be in.
Superintendent Chris Marr says parents of students with disabilities will be reimbursed for the cost of transportation, but Young says that's not enough.
In his IEP, it says that Providence is responsible for transporting my son to and from school.
Providence police are adding extra officers on duty tomorrow to be stationed at every school and to handle the expected extra traffic from cars and pedestrians. They will also be patrolling to check if kids have been abandoned at bus stops.
We need to be ready so when bus drivers strike, our children are cared for feel safe.
So again, just in the last few minutes, we are learning that this strike is on for tomorrow morning. The union had been in a negotiating session with First Student since 2 o'clock. They just came outside and told my colleague Sheena Losciuto in Warwick that they were not able to make progress in that meeting. They were arguing or disputing their retirement benefits. The union wants a pension. The company wants to give them a 401k, and they have not made progress tonight on that issue. Now, the schools tell us that parents who are going to have someone else pick their kids up from school tomorrow need to make sure they give those names to the schools, or those students won't be released tomorrow afternoon. We have much more information on this on our website, WPRI.com. Live in Providence, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.